Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and to today's video where I'll be sharing my top 20 fashion finds I've found across the high street this May. I've got some gorgeous pieces to share from the likes of COS, Arcare, Mango, H&M, M&M, Tallulah and Hope and other stories to name but a few. So lots of different price points in there today, so there should be something for everyone. A portion of today's video has also very kindly been supported by Pandora, a firm favourite in my collection. So I'm really excited to show you what I chose and how I would style them with my summer outfits a little bit later in this video. But first, let's start this monthly shopping and show you outfit number one. Okay, I'll admit, there are so many beautiful pieces new in at M&M this season that it was so hard to choose just a couple of favourites. I loved this dress, this chocolate waistcoat, not to mention this crochet set and a crew. However, after lots of procrastination, I managed to whittle down my favourites to just two that I'll be featuring in this video. And this beautiful set being one of them. I think this is just a beautiful short set that feels a little bit more elevated for our summer holidays, and I would love to have it in my own wardrobe. And I think the beauty of this particular set is the fact that you can mix and match it. So as you can see here, the model is wearing it with a matching bikini, so that's absolutely what you could do. They've also got a trousers option if you prefer that to a pair of shorts, and on top of that there's a shirt to match should you want to layer that over the top of your bikini with your matching shorts or trousers. I think these kind of co-ord sets can often look like you're wearing your pajamas, so finding this one with a matching bikini kind of takes it away from that and makes it look like a very intentional summer outfit for your summer holidays. On to outfit 2 of my top 20 May fashion finds, and I headed over to H&M and found what I would say is a really good dupe of the striped shirt that I really love from Suzanne. Now of course Suzanne doesn't necessarily fit in with everyone's budget, and I think if you're looking for a linen shirt or indeed a striped one like this, H&M is actually a really good option. They're made from 100% linen. I've got a couple in my wardrobe already. Yes, they're not probably quite as nice linen as the Suzanne ones, but the colours they've used I think are really lovely and subtle, and retailing at $27.99 it is indeed a much more affordable alternative. Now one more quick find at H&M that I spotted was this beautiful long maxi dress which is very floaty, a little trim of lace. I absolutely love it. However, I will say with pieces like this that they sell out super quick. I think when I looked this morning it was already sold out in the large, so I shall add a link to it in the description box below and keep my fingers crossed it's still available in your size. I think it's beautiful. Next up in my top 20 fashion finds, and I'm heading over to one of my favourite independent brands, Tallulah and Hope. I was waffling about them over on my Insta page. I think I shared an image of this dress that's quite old in my wardrobe, but I still absolutely love it. So I was having a look at their new spring summer collection to see if I could find something similar, and totally fell in love with this beautiful dress. Their signature style is often this kimono shaped dress. They do a lot of sleeves actually for those who don't really like showing their upper arms, and their real speciality is that absolutely beautiful embroidery that they do over a lot of the chest portions and the backs of their dresses. It's stunning, the quality is absolutely beautiful, and yes, while you do pay a little bit more for independent brands, it's really nice to support those smaller companies, and you do, certainly with Tallulah and Hope, get that quality that you're after. Now I'm unintentionally sharing a few dupes today, because next up I found this lovely swimsuit at Cara Millen, which really reminded me of the designer one that I spotted recently at Alexandra Miro. There is definitely a big difference in the price point, and to me not an awful lot of difference between the two styles. Plus on top of that, with the one from Cara Millen you also get detachable straps as well, which I think is nice when you're jumping in the pool because I definitely don't want to have any accidents. So as I mentioned, I feel very fortunate to be working with Pandora again today. It's a brand I've worked with for a while now. It's one that all of you know I really love and I wear on repeat. So I thought you might like to see some of my favourite summer outfits that I'm going to be wearing on our summer holidays this year, and sharing how I would style those up with some beautiful pieces new in from Pandora. So first up to this beautiful charm bracelet which is new in my collection. Now actually saying that, this is a bracelet I've had in my collection for a couple of years now. It's still available on their website, it's one of their bestseller pieces. But to update my bracelet and make it feel a little bit more summery, I wanted to add some charms. And I spotted these 14 karat gold hearts that dangle from this really pretty, slightly sparkly pave ring, and I thought that's perfect. Now because this dress is very pretty and elegant, I wanted to keep my jewellery a little bit more on the simple style. Simply finishing with my freshwater pearl necklace to really complement against that beautiful bracelet, and then of course to tie in with the white of the dress. And that's a style style tip I do often actually when I want to keep my outfit more on that elegant train of thought, I'll go a little bit more minimal on the amount of pieces of jewellery I add in. Now, stating the obvious with outfit 2, this is very much a chilled outfit idea, but it's one that definitely becomes a bit of a default setting for me, certainly on our summer holidays. I have got into a habit actually of when we're away wearing lots of different Pandora pieces with my outfits. So even if we're off to the beach, I will add at least a couple of bracelets and maybe a necklace. I just find that it really helps give that perfect finishing touch to the vibe of my outfit I want to go for. So in this outfit idea, for example, it's very casual, but it's a little bit bohemian too. So in terms of my jewellery with that kind of style, I do think it's a case of the more the merrier. Layering my necklaces, even mixing my metals. As you can see, I'm wearing both a silver and a gold necklace there. Often adding my favourite big gold hoops. And particularly when I'm thinking of a more relaxed and casual outfit idea, I do like a really good stack of bracelets as well. And then on to outfit 3 and something for the evening on our summer holidays with this beautiful long red dress. So this time I'm thinking a little bit of hair up action like I am today, to make sure I really show off those organically shaped hoops. These ones that I'm wearing today are Pandora 2 actually, and they're quite simple, like a drop earring with those pearls coming down. So when I'm wearing pretty earrings like that, I do think it's quite nice to get my hair up out of the way so you can kind of show them off. Now I decided to keep my neckline clear with this one and instead opt for a little collection of some of my Pandora bracelets. Now actually this new one that I just got in my collection is even more special because all of these charm hearts are actually engraved with each of my son's birthdays. Hence why I had to get 3, because I couldn't leave anyone out. I'd be in a lot of trouble. So I think that's a really lovely idea that you could either copy with special dates that mean something to you, or indeed if it's a gift for someone else, it makes it all that more personal. It's always an absolute pleasure sharing Pandora pieces with you all. You know how much I genuinely love wearing the brand. As always, all the links to everything I chose are in the description box below. So at the end of this video, please do click the link that I've added there, head over to Pandora's website, have a look at the new collection, and I hazard a guess there'll be a little something special there for everyone. May Fashion Favourites outfit number 5, and it's definitely the season for powder blues this summer. Well, certainly at And Other Stories anyhow, they had a whole collection of powder blues. It was beautiful. But 2 in particular really stood out to me, the first of which would be this absolutely stunning dress. Now the slight problem with this one, it's not for sale yet. Gutted completely. I would have literally ordered that straight away. I think it's gorgeous. Unfortunately, in this picture they're advertising the bag, which is new. However, I'm sure the dress must be coming soon, otherwise they wouldn't have photographed it. So hopefully by the time this video goes live, I shall be able to link it in the description box below. If it's not, I'll link it as soon as I spot it. So until then, and equally from that lovely powder blue collection that they've just launched, I spotted this knitted cotton and silk, I believe, t-shirt. That's actually a really nice mix of yarns to have in a knitted item. I do have a little bit of a thing for a knitted t-shirt, and particularly in spring, summer, I just find them something a little bit different. They've got loads of lovely texture to them. Silk, of course, is really breathable in the heat, as is cotton. And I just think they've got the shades spot on with the blue as well. It's not too bright for me. It's still pastel, but it's not wishy-washy pastel. Wishy-washy, where did I get that from? Don't forget to let me know actually in the comment section below as we go along which are your favourites, and yes, I'd definitely buy that, or no Jessica, what on earth are you thinking with that one? It's always really lovely to hear everyone's different opinions. So heading over to the more affordable end of the high street now, and I had a look at New Look, and I found what I think is a really beautiful and elevated a notch or 10 midi skirt that I would wear throughout summer. On top of that, this one is made from 100% cotton, which is lovely to see. But of course, the thing that makes this one really special is that gorgeous embroidery that's going all the way around the hem. Lots of different brands from the high street, the designers and the independents actually are making these white cotton midi skirts at the moment. So there is quite a lot to choose from, but this one particularly caught my eye, obviously because of the price point. It's really, really affordable, and I do think it looks a lot more expensive than it actually was. A good find with that one. Now sadly, I don't have any summer weddings to go to this year, which I'm kind of gutted about because I found the perfect dress. If someone would please like to get married this summer, this is what I'd love to wear. I do love polka dots, and I do love a bit of a fit and flare 50s kind of dress, and obviously this one fits the bill perfectly. I love that shape across the chest, how it's nipping in really nicely at the waist, the full skirt, the polka dots, the scarf in her hair. I would just want to recreate it exactly. And actually, to complete the look, if David would like to whisk me away on a yacht to what looks like possibly Montenegro, that would be lovely lovely too. Now obviously that's a statement dress and it really caught my eye at Nobody's Child, but it's actually worth having a really good browse of their new summer collection because they've got some beautiful pieces. And obviously fabrics with them, they're always really sustainable too, so you never have to worry about that either. I shall add a little selection of my favourites in the description box below. So for outfit 8 of my top 20 fashion finds this May, and I headed over to Mango. Now in all honesty, when I looked at their new collection, they had an awful lot of satin dresses going on. And although I do like satin dresses, unfortunately Mango are insistent on always using polyester, which drives me mad. So I wouldn't really recommend going for satin dresses from there because you can get a lovely satin look Ecovero from somebody else. However, what I did spot at Mango, which I really wanted to add actually, was this beautiful cover up. No, I could absolutely not get away with just wearing that with a bra underneath, but at the beach over the top of my bikini, I thought that was a really pretty top. I love the detail in it. I think that makes it look a bit more expensive than it actually was. And yes, it's obviously quite casual and relaxed, but even how they've styled it with her bikini underneath and then a pair of trousers, if on your holes you're going for lunch, that would be enough for me to make me feel more comfortable. But as always, do let me know what you think in the comments. Okay, I am being slightly biased on outfit 9 of my top 20 because I have already added this to basket and it's on its way. Yay! I couldn't resist. I totally fell in love with this blouse. It's got all of that Suzanne prettiness about it that we know and love so well. And yes, although it is quite similar to some of the other blouses I have in my wardrobe, it is still different in both the shape and also those trims with the lace. And these kind of blouses do get so much wear from me, not just through spring, summer, but I tend to layer them up a lot through autumn too. So I'll definitely get my wear out of this one. So on to outfit 10 and a really lovely jacket that I spotted at Free People. Now actually I originally spotted this last summer. I didn't add it to basket, then it disappeared. I was really annoyed with myself and now it's come back. So I think that's a sign. I need to finally add it into my basket. Obviously a jacket in spring, summer, certainly if you live in England, is a necessity because sadly we don't always get 25 degrees every day. And although you've got that quilted look, I have a feeling it's actually not too thick. I think it's quite a lightweight one. But this one, having been made from 100% cotton and being pretty lightweight, I thought was probably all of a layer that you would actually need when it's a little bit cooler outside. I have a feeling that this one is also available in a couple of different colors, but I do have a bit of a soft spot for this dusty pink. So that's the one I would like to add into my own wardrobe. Sorry. A bit of a chocolate interlude. Has anyone tried Biscoff chocolate? Because it is absolutely amazing. Probably my favorite chocolate at the minute. This one, and also they do a white chocolate version. It's a nightmare because I can't stop. Before I know it, I've eaten the whole bar. Hang on, I'll be back. So as you can imagine, with all the high street stores bringing out their summer collections at the moment, there is an awful lot of linen about from all the different price points. From H&M, New Look's got a linen collection. I saw some at River Island, but one of my favorite high street brands for linen would be COS. So it's there that I found this beautiful set. And this is the first time actually this season that I found any powder pink linen, which I am very, very fond of. So I particularly picked this out because of the trousers, which I thought were a really nice shape, and COS just generally do a really great pair of tailored trousers. But equally, I would personally like to wear that as a set. Not only do I love the colour, but I think that waistcoat is something a little bit different. It is a statement, but in a really subtle fashion. As a two-piece, of course, it does look really elevated, but equally I can imagine dressing down those powder pink trousers with maybe just a simple white t-shirt and a pair of classic white trainers. That would be how I would style it on an everyday basis. And of course, like the powder blue, powder pink is one of the big fashion trends this season too. Onto outfit 12 of my top 20 this May, and I found a bikini that I really like. Now, whether you're a bikini woman or you prefer swimsuits, I do think it's really worth having a look at the more affordable end of the high street for their swimwear items. It is rare for me to see sustainable fabrics, even with some of the designers, so I don't think quality-wise in terms of the fabric you're going to get much better from some of the big names. Granted, the fit might be better with some of the higher price ones, but that doesn't mean you should discount the more affordable end altogether, because you can find some really, really nice pieces. This one for me is of course all about that colour, that gorgeous green, which I think when I've got a bit of a tan would look really, really nice. My default setting with swimwear is to often go with brown. I don't know why, it's just a thing. So this for me would be something a little bit different. Yes, I know the ladies who have got bigger busts than me are probably looking at this one thinking, no chance, Jessica, am I wearing that? But for those like me who are a little bit flat-chested, I do love this kind of halter neck style and I think it's really flattering. I feel like this is becoming a tradition now. Every single summer that I get to, I have to add something toweling into my wardrobe. I don't know what it is. I don't know why I love it so much, but I absolutely do. And I do equally wear those pieces an awful lot on our summer holidays. So it's not like it's wasteful in my wardrobe. They all get their wear. So this is a lovely set that I found a little bit higher end of the high street, but equally the price point didn't go too silly because it is still a toweling cotton. I like the shape of those trousers too. I think they're not only going to be quite comfy across the waistband, but then a little bit of detail with that slight barrel leg at the hem. And then if you wanted to make it a co-ord set, they've got the nice t-shirt to match as well. I love it. I would like to add it to basket, so do let me know what you think. Now, thinking again of the powder pink fashion trend, and I headed back to And Other Stories and found this lovely suit. Now, for those who work in an office and perhaps are looking for some lovely elevated workwear, I thought this was a really nice way to not only look very smart and put together, but you're in one of the big color trends this season with the powder pink, and yet neither of those elements, the blazer or the shorts, are going to date anytime soon because they are just a really lovely subtle neutral color. The linen at And Other Stories, having had it in the past, is also really nice quality, so I would recommend them too. And I like how they styled it too, actually, just dressing it down with the t-shirt, keeping it really simple. And you could add an accent belt and maybe some kitten heels if you wanted to dress it up a little bit, but equally I think styled with ballet flats or just some pretty flat sandals would work just as nicely too. A really lovely suit. I like that one. So as I mentioned, I had a really good look at the new May collection from River Island, and out of everything I saw, because there was quite a lot of cottons and linens which I thought were really good, but this was my absolute favourite. Mainly the top, actually, because I could imagine easily styling that with my jeans at the moment while it's a little bit cooler outside. And then equally, I thought styled with a long white skirt as we get into those warmer months, that would look really nice too. If you don't mind showing off your legs, I do also think that the matching set with the shorts makes a really, really lovely outfit. I'm still very much in the mode of trying to find peace with my own legs. So sometimes I delve into wearing shorts and sometimes I don't. But for those a little bit more at one with themselves, I think this is a really lovely set. So another really lovely high street brand that's definitely worth a look this summer 2025. Now I know I've picked an awful lot of dresses in this May fashion favourites video, but there's so many beautiful dresses just launched at the moment, and equally I think you'd much rather I was honest and I just shared those pieces that really caught my eye. So this beautiful chocolate dress was definitely one of them. Now this one is actually available in both white and the chocolate, but having a bit of an excess of white summer dresses in my own wardrobe, I would probably go for this in the chocolate instead. Both are beautiful. I think it's a really stunning and quite different shape actually, where you've got that little open section at the back, but equally you could still wear a bra with this one. It's quite simple, it's quite minimalistic. I've no doubt, knowing COS, it's beautifully made, really nice cotton. Plus I really like the fact that they never let their prices get too silly, so although it is a special dress and it'd be lovely to have in my wardrobe, we're not talking £500–600. Thank goodness for that. So this time having a look at the new collection from Arket, and I found another short co-ord set. This one looks a little bit more silky, and I can't remember off the top of my head if it was a blend of maybe lyocell and cotton that's giving it that kind of silky drape. Either way, I do feel pretty confident that it's along a sustainable train of thought, as Arket do really well. And although rare for me to add a print into my wardrobe, this is definitely the sort of one that would make me do it. A really nice shape on those shorts, and then of course the matching shirt. And if you so wish and you wanted to copy the entire style that they've done here, they do also have the headscarf to match as well. And even if you didn't want to wear the headscarf on your head, if you felt that was a little bit much, I do quite like using a scarf like that matches the set and just tying it in a bow or a knot onto one of my bags. Thinking of summer weddings again, and I found this beautiful co-ord set at Sezam. Obviously it's made up of the top and the skirt and done in that really pretty floral print. Now shape-wise, actually, I don't know if you remember, this is actually the same style of top and skirt that I went for last summer in a kind of deep ochre tone. Still have that set in my wardrobe and I still love it, and will definitely be wearing a lot this summer. It was a really good investment for my wardrobe actually, because not only do I wear it as a set and I like the two two together, perhaps when I'm dressing up a little bit more. But equally, I shared this on Insta the other day and I dressed down the skirt with just a tank top on my top half. And then on top of that, maybe going out for dinner, I would wear the top with a pair of straight leg jeans and maybe some nice heels. So the joy of separates, of course, should never be underestimated because you can use them in so many different ways. Whether the floral print is for you or not, I just thought it really stood out and looked like that perfect outfit for a summer wedding. But equally, I have a feeling they do a plain option in a colour, possibly a crew, if you're not so keen on that print. On to outfit 19 of my top 20 and heading over to another lovely independent now, and actually a brand that I've loved for a really, really long time. They were always based in Notting Hill and I used to live in Kensington, so it was somewhere that I would go for coffee, pop into their store, have a little mood, fall in love with everything in the store and occasionally spoil myself to one of their bikinis. The quality of their pieces is always really good, plus they do have a really gorgeous resort wear collection, so all those lovely summer dresses like this lovely one that I found would be a lovely addition into my wardrobe. Again, strangely, actually, I've picked out another print, but I think because the colours they've used are still very subtle, it doesn't feel too in your face kind of print. It's still in keeping with my favourite neutral kind of style. Now, just to mention on their swimwear, I would, like I mentioned, my default setting is going for brown bikinis or brown swimsuits. So I would probably go for this one from their new collection, but I did equally really like the navy one too. I think that's a really nice shape across the bust and those pants look flattering as well. So an independent that's definitely worth a look as well, and I shall add a couple of those links to some of my favourite pieces in the description box below. I did want to say as well, I am so pleased to hear that lovely reaction to the concept of these videos. Obviously, in no way, shape or form am I going to buy all 20 of these pieces or recommend that you should buy everything either. It's just really fun to have a window shop and not have to buy 20 pieces to be able to film a YouTube video, but equally share my favourite pieces that I found across the high street and how I would style them without actually having to buy everything. They're really fun for me to create. I do have a really lovely time having a mooch across the high street and beyond, so I'm really chuffed to bits that you all like the style of this video too. I feel like I need a drum roll now, but outfit 20 of my top 20 fashion finds that I've found across the high street this month, and I headed over to Hush. This beautiful set caught my eye straight away and I absolutely love it. In fact, I was really tempted to add this to basket straight away, but I thought I'd check what all of you thought first. So do let me know in the comments. Waistcoats, of course, definitely sticking around for another season, but I thought the shape of this one, plus of course being in a pinstripe, made it feel a little bit something different, and the texture as well. I think it's a mixture of linen and cotton, so it looks slightly different from that front too. I think really with this one I would have to buy the trousers too, because that complete look is just absolutely gorgeous. So annoying, I know, I've cost myself even more money, but I think it would be a shame not to have the matching set. So as always, I really hope you found today's video inspiring and it's giving you heaps of outfit ideas for summer 2025, plus lots of inspiration of what's actually out there across the high street with all my favourites that I would personally pick. But do let me know your favourites in the comments below, and don't forget to click those links that I've added in the description box. Head over to Pandora's website and have a look at that new collection, and maybe you'll find some beautiful charms for you or a loved one too. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the sunshine, everyone, and I look forward to seeing you on Sunday. Take care.